What up, everybody? Happy Friday Face-Off here. Today, we're bringing on the Hockey Think Tank crew again, like we do every couple weeks, to talk some stuff about youth hockey. And today, very, very interesting topic that Matt and Steph both are highly passionate about. And that is that youth hockey does not have a recruitment problem, does not have a growth problem. Youth hockey, it has a retention problem. And so I'm going to kind of leave that right there for you guys. It's something that we obviously talk about a lot, have done a lot of different research type projects on this kind of thing too. And so, Steph, why don't we be chivalrous here? We'll start with you. Give us, you know, you wanted to talk about this topic here today. Youth hockey has a retention problem, not a growth problem. So what do you got for us there?
Well, aside from the data, the numbers that I know we've touched on before, where across USA Hockey, 8U numbers have never been higher, 14U numbers have never been lower. That right there should tell you that it's not
just USA
problem.
Hockey either. Up north,
right. Up
We're having some issues with that too,
right? So it's not really a recruitment problem. It's or a bringing people to the game problem. It's keeping them in the game. And any successful salesperson will tell you that it's harder to go get new clients than it is to keep the clients you already have, right? So Jay, who's shaking his head, yes, he understands, right?
Because he's not a businessman, he's a business man.
He's a business man. But that's really what this boils down to. Most organizations don't actually know why families leave until it's too late. They haven't figured out that piece in between bringing them to the game and keeping them where they are. And there's a lot that goes into that. But before I start on my diatribe, I will hand it over to Matt just to let him give his 2 cents since we only have 10 minutes.
Well, you said it, the numbers aren't a lot of fun to look into, but you said it. The reality is our entry-level numbers get better every year. That's a credit to so many contributors in that space. The NHL franchises specifically that have done a great job in their communities, USA Hockey. So many positive forces that I think have made the game more attractive, affordable, made that entry-level threshold so much easier to cross every year. And put on a really great experience on the ice. USA Hockey and the ADM and the training they provided their coaches. Every time I watch a learn to play session, it looks like so much fun. Like I could imagine being that kid and can't wait to come back. The baton gets fumbled a little bit at the end of that learn to play cycle. And that's maybe the most immediate sort of next threshold. It's okay, congrats on finishing 4, 6, 8, 10 weeks, whatever it was. What's next? And I think too often youth associations parents will figure it out. They'll get it word of mouth in the lobby. They'll check out the website. This will be clear to them. This is tribal knowledge that's passed down sort of locally, and it's not. There's a real thirst, a real appetite for information, for guidance, for some clarity on how to continue this journey. Will it continue to look like this? And honestly, I think a lot of organizations are a little hesitant to get out in front on that communication battle because they're maybe a little embarrassed or ashamed to say, you know what, after this, it gets crazy. This is what's next, and it looks nothing like this. And it's not wired for fun. It's wired for commitment and cost and travel and anxiety and all these other things. Because unfortunately, we've created a system that I think is wired for elite and development and fast track and more. And we've sort of lost the middle class experience in youth hockey, especially in that critical window from 8 to 14.
And why do you think that is?
I think a lot of that is parents who feel informed and connected are more likely to stay. I think associations overlook the experience part of it and the role they play in their family's experiences. And a lot of it will fall on coaches. And so I think leadership could, in a lot of cases, do a better job at ensuring that there's consistency in the experience. And I'm not blaming coaches. I'm saying leadership can do better at supporting their coaches and really outlining the expectations of what does the experience to be part of our club look like and what should it look like in order to keep those families. And I think, exit surveys are underutilized in that respect. Oftentimes organizations don't even really know why a family has left until it's too late, because a parent or a family that isn't enjoying their experience, they're the ones that are quietly looking elsewhere, right? For other options, regardless of the win-loss column for the most part. So I think a lot of it is leadership's disconnected from how important the experience part of it is in this equation.
I definitely see that. I think even though it's like, I don't know how to say, like, I don't think youth hockey should be a business, but it is a business. And I think a lot of people on the board of youth hockey, a lot of them are successful people, at least in my experience, but they don't look at it as if it was their business that they were running. And how would I want to keep my clients happy and coming back? And that I don't understand why they don't look at it from that lens. So it's like, how can we keep adding value to they don't think about their experience for sure. Definitely. That's a thing that I see in every organization I've ever been with, I've ever seen. That's not a thing that they're like talking about or thinking about. It's just like, yeah, you get practices, you get games, you get your jerseys. And it's like, man, like think about when you were a kid, like what did you love going and doing? And all the, like, how can we make it a freaking experience? It's really not that hard to add in things, especially when you think about all the strategic partnerships that you can be creating where, hey, we have 1,000 families that are part of our organization. Hey, this company who does this thing that could help, let's cross promote. Let's bring you in, add value for free. You're probably going to get some of our people to come and work with you. Like, I don't know why that's not more of a thing that they're thinking about. But if they did, everybody would be happier. Local businesses in the area would be happier because you're working with them. Your people would be happy because they're getting probably discounts with that business or favorable, whatever. And it's just like, I don't know why they don't think that way. Like, how can we increase the experience? Who in our organization can, like I've said before, you got somebody in a 1,000-person organization that's a psychologist or a nutritionist or a doctor or a personal trainer that you could have them come and speak to people. Most likely they would do it pro bono for free. You put up their name on the wall. It costs you $50 to put their name on the wall. They come and give a couple speeches for free. You added value to every person in your organization that comes and sees that. And I don't know why that's not more of a thing that boards and organizations are thinking that way.
A lot of the people we've encountered who are the bleeding edge thinkers in revitalizing house and rec and that continue to play bridge, between 8 to 14, are the most creative thinkers in the stuff you're talking about, Vax. Like use of social media, creative things off the ice to make something really feel like an event. The photographers, the smoke machine, the anthem singer, these are guys that are probably doing a better job tying their community to the rink and the youth hockey experience than their travel teams do on aggregate in a year, right? They do more in a weekend than the elite track youth organization side does, in a year. Because they're so focused. They've got the blinders on, more games, more travel, more turn. It's just everything's over, sort of staring at the horizon and not looking around at the community and where they stand. So the folks that are revitalizing that youth house and rec model, they tend to be the ambassador, carnival barker, master of ceremonies, party animal type guy, gal. And really that's, I think, who you're looking for as a youth organization if you're looking to pump some life into that middle class sort of experience that I know house and rec have a bad name. But if you're looking to breathe some oxygen into that, it's not usually through an elite hockey mind. It's through, someone who knows how to throw a party. Someone who knows how to.
Let me ask you guys a quick question. In all your experience, you guys have worked with so many organizations in Canada and the US. how many of them have a liaison or a person on the board who's in charge of the experience? Are there, have you encountered any? Are there a few? Like, is there
I would say there's a few
clubs?
unofficial ones,
couple.
maybe not like
Yeah.
a director of experience, I would say.
Seems
But-
like that'd be a good position to start having.
Maybe, and the other thing that I know time is up here, so I want to keep this quick, but like the other thing, and Matt, you're really big on this too, is, and it kind of ties into Steph, something that you said a little bit earlier, you got to have a mayor in the lobby. Like you got to have somebody, whether it's somebody on your board or maybe it's a coach or somebody that is the mayor of the lobby and is just, I think my dad is actually really, really good at that. Like he's phenomenal at that. And just somebody that can take feedback, somebody that's, hey, how you doing? Hey, what can I do for you? Hey, like how's little Johnny's game the other day? Like just somebody that is there, that's a touch point, that's a familiar face, because being in a rink for a lot of people, especially that didn't grow up in a rink, it's a very different experience than a soccer field or a basketball court or a football field or a pool or wherever. So I feel like maybe every organization, maybe we should start doing this where it's like, you got to have a director of experiences. That person's job is to like think of stuff that are going to make things really fun for the kids and the families. And then a director of the lobby, just a mayor. You got to have a mayor too. I don't know what you guys think about that, but those things came to mind for sure.
The next level operators are not just great at that concierge, mayor, ambassador type role, but they're great at providing that for the kids, for their input. No offense to mom and dad, but I'm a mom and dad. I'm a dad of a youth player myself. If you ask me why my kids are playing on any given day, I may have an answer that's a little outdated. I may not know how they're wired every day or what they're enjoying every day. If you can cut past the parents and really, get an understanding of how the kids think, how they tick. If that ambassador is just a big kid himself or herself, you can cut through a lot of the noise and really get to the heart of what can we provide to make this a fun experience, because the kids are going to tell you whether they want to come back or not. And that's, you lose that group, you've lost that zone. And that's sort of what we're seeing is we're creating a system that maybe isn't as fun for as many as possible, as long as possible, as good as possible. We're focused on as good as possible, but the many and the long, I'm not sure we're doing that right.
Part of that's best environment possible too, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
Best environment possible.
For sure.
All right, guys. Well, brought Maddie and Steph on for another Friday Face-Off, talk some youth hockey stuff. If you guys want to get in touch with us with any questions, see what we do in the youth hockey world, shoot us a note, either Matt, Steph, or Topher at thehockeythinktank.com, and we love having those conversations. So appreciate you guys, and great 12 minutes, 13 minutes.